Hi, welcome back to MedEd. In our series of educational vlogs, today we are analysing a show from Hallam FM. Hallam FM is an independent radio station serving South Yorkshire and North Midlands from studios in Sheffield. The station is a subsidiary owned by cross-conglomerate company Bauer Media, who are the second largest media group in Europe, reaching 40 million viewers a week. Hallam FM is South Yorkshire's #1 commercial radio station. The genre of music played is chart and adult contemporary music such as indie rock, alternative, 80s and 90s music and pop. Hallam FM is financially successful key advisor. They advertise many things such as football clubs. Hallam FM is funded by Bauer Media. However, they also sponsor companies to create awareness for their products. Hallam FM was first launched in October 1974 and the format of broadcast is DAB digital radio, analog, mobile phone apps and the internet. The key presenters for Hallam FM are Becky Hates, Ed Neal and Big John. The radio show I'm going to analyse is a podcast from Big John at Breakfast from the 2nd of December 2013. Big John at Breakfast is presented by Big John himself but has two other people in his team, Janine Jones and producer James. The show is played from 6 AM till 10 AM on weekdays, so the main target audience for this show would be people who are on their way to work or school. The basic content of the show is local, national and international news as well as sport, travel updates and weather forecasts. Hallam FM's target demographic is 37% ABC1. If you've watched our last vlog, you would know that ABC1s have the most disposable income, so they are targeted the most. 54% of Hallam FM's listeners are female and 46% of listeners are male. The average person who listens is between the ages of 25 to 45. At the start of Big John at Breakfast, there are many adverts which are played. The first advert is from Subway, which talks about a new low-fat sub. This advert is targeted to everybody, however, more specifically to people who are on diets or like to keep fit. People listening to the show could be near or passing a Subway and could buy their products. This advert was played nationwide. The second advert is a message from the South Yorkshire, West Yorkshire and Humberside Police about drink awareness. This advert was advertised to listeners 18 and above. Hallam FM has a target demographic age of 25 to 45, so this was an appropriate advert to play with Christmas coming up. The aim of this advert was to make sure that people drink responsibly and stay safe. The third advert is from a local family car dealership, Burrows, based in Sheffield. The point of this advert is to promote Burrows car services from sales to servicing. This is good for listeners to drive to work in case they have any issues with their car. The fourth and final advert is advertising a brand new film, Gravity, which is out in cinema. This is a good way of advertising because the listeners absorb the information and get interested about the film, making them want to find out more information and wanting to go watch the film. The two main cinemas in Sheffield, Odeon and Cineworld, are very popular and fun places to hang out with friends. After a few more adverts, there is an upbeat pop song played by a well-known artist, Avicii. This song is called Wake Me Up and is played to motivate listeners in the morning. The song's called Wake Me Up, so it's like an alarm clock for listeners telling them to wake up and get ready for the day. When the song is finished, Big John greets listeners with a formal "Morning Hallam FM", however shortly he says "You alright" using a South Yorkshire dialect.
Morning Hallam FM, it's 14 minutes to 7 o'clock, you alright then? Bit of cloud around today, some sunshine, mostly dry, 7 Celsius.
After that, Big John tells the time and weather, which is useful if driving to work or getting ready at home. After Big John's quick introduction, he starts his show off with a game which listeners can also interact with. This makes listeners personally involved with the show. Big John asks, 79% of men in South Yorkshire lie to their partners about what at Christmas?
79% of men in South Yorkshire lie to their parents about what at Christmas? What have you been lied to about at Christmas? To partners. Their partners, sorry. Partners.
Then Big John starts to read out some answers from people who have texted in. There's a song which gives people time to call and text an answer for the question. The song played is an uplifting and feel-good song by Naughty Boy called Lifted. After the song has been played, Big John gets straight back to the question. A vox pop is used when he calls up a contestant and repeats the question to him.
Hello? Is that Nick?
It is, yeah.
Big John calling from Hallam FM. I've got one question for you, Nick.
Go on.
79% of men in South Yorkshire lie to their partners about what at Christmas?
The contestant gives the answer and wins a prize. This is a good idea for the show because it gives more people courage to phone in and answer questions. After that, Big John updates the listeners with the time, then plays another song. During the show, Big John talks about topics such as X Factor. However, he specifically mentions Heat Showbiz, which is also owned by Bauer Media, so it's advertising another Bauer brand.
After the next song, the Heat Showbiz, Gary Barlow was upset. Why is he being upset? Got the new TV show Splash.
Hallam FM doesn't use any of their competition brands or products. Just before they announce the news, there is a jingle which says Hallam FM News. This is used in every show to maintain the brand's image throughout the show.
Hallam FM News.
Big John used a sound effect as he said McFly was there. The crowd went mad. He used a cheering sound effect. This could have been because he enjoys their music. McFly also make mainstream music which relates to the music played on Hallam FM.
McFly were there. McFly with the crowd went mad there.